Like, what made you put hands on Drake?
I did not put hands on Drake.
Don't nobody with Drake. Drake is a slimy nigga. He make great music, but Drake is the type of nigga who he can have any bitch in the club. Any bitch. They can all be 12. But you walk in with one, he won't.
Drake kind of seen some activity and you know, shit. He did what a motherfucker you supposed to do. He got out of there. So we sent somebody to get him. Bro, it's cool. That ain't for you. That's for us. Cause you know we seen going on. But you know we moving blocks. We're not just gonna hit the block without the block being right. So we had to make sure the homies, you know.
Katt Williams wasn't just speaking, he was revealing the truth. One by one, the masks are coming off. These rappers are being exposed. And now Drake's name is right at the center of the Diddy tapes scandal. And it is not just a passing mention. Drake's voice is reportedly screaming in those recordings. Sounds crazy, right? But when you connect the dots going all the way back to 2014, it is not so surprising anymore. The pieces were always there. We just did not see the full picture until now. This Diddy trial is not just a legal case. It is a bombshell tearing through the music industry. Secrets that were buried for years are finally coming to light, and suddenly all those whispers, all those shady stories are starting to make perfect sense. The industry is being shaken to its core. And the real question now is who is next?
Hands on Drake.
I did not put hands on Drake.
Oh.
And I do not want any problems with Drake. Drake is, right now, that's all I got. That's all I have to say. He's putting in his work.
Let's rewind to the early hours of December 8th, 2014. VMA after party Diddy and Drake. Things got nasty real quick. Multiple outlets confirmed that Diddy allegedly caught Drake slipping outside the club and gave him a serious beatdown. Word on the street was that Drake ended up in the emergency room that night. And get this, Diddy later went live and tried to brush it all off like, nah, I did not lay a finger on him, like the whole world did not already know what really happened. But let's be real, Diddy did put hands on Drake. No matter how hard he tried to deny it, multiple media outlets and people who were actually there said it happened. Even 50 Cent jumped in and threw shade, saying Diddy could not recognize a hit if it smacked him in the face. And guess what started all this chaos that 0 to 100 beat? Diddy believed that beat belonged to him, but Drake heard it, flipped it, and dropped a straight-up banger. That power move lit a fire in Diddy. He was heated that night in Miami. That was Diddy losing control in public, but do not get it twisted. That was not the climax. That was just the surface behind closed doors. Things were getting real sinister. By August 2015, Diddy pulled up to the Breakfast Club acting all peaceful, saying it is all love, no beef. But meanwhile, in the streets of LA, whispers were spreading fast. Word was, Diddy had put a whole bag on Drake's head. Yeah, you heard that right. Anyone who caught Drake slipping could cash in. There was no official paper trail, but the streets knew exactly what was going on. That is why the vibe in the city changed. People started acting real strange. Sources out of LA said phones were blowing up. Drake is over here, Drake is at that spot. People were tracking his every move like it was open season. That is when Drake made a power move. He linked up with the game. Someone who had real street clout and knew exactly how to move when things got hot. Drake was not dumb. He knew that if Diddy had serious influence in LA, he needed someone just as connected to keep him safe. And the game. He did not stay silent. He confirmed it in his own coded way. Said people hit him up, told him to line Drake up, but instead of turning on him, the game went into defense mode. He protected Drake.
That's what Puff was pulling me down to do it. But Puff can't even hear a hit. See, I know he couldn't.
Puff can't hear a hit? That's kind of crazy, Fifth.
He still hear things from back then, that time.
Oh, got you now.
Right.
Okay, got you.
He can't buy the right. You play it for him right now, and it's hot. He can't buy it. This is why he's fighting Drake. When you hit Drake, because he used the beat that he didn't actually use.
0 to 100.
Right, you see what I'm saying? So if he heard it and then he heard Drake's use it, but it wasn't a hit yet until Drake put the lines on it. And he's upset about that because he can't hear it, but he felt like he took something from him.
But nothing in the streets is ever free, and the game let that be known loud and clear. So what did Drake do? He handed over the 100 track they shot the video right in Compton. This wasn't about boosting street cred. It was survival mode, plain and simple. If you really listen to the lyrics on 100 Game, laid the whole thing out. He didn't hold back. He whapped ninjas, called me to set you up. Want me to come and wet you up 'cause you out of town too. Like Biggie then heard about the ish didn't, so I came through to vest you up. Right there, receipts, that line wasn't just bars, it was real-life warning shots. The streets were talking, and now the track was talking too. Even with the game watching his back, Drake was still shook during the 100 video shoot. Whack 100 said Drake spotted some unfamiliar faces, freaked out, and bolted into a van ready to dip the wild part. Those dudes were there for his protection, but Drake wasn't about to roll the dice. He wasn't trusting nobody. Whack had to chase him down, calm him up, and break down what was really going on before they could even get back to filming. That's how tense the energy was.
Y'all better not come to my studio with that fake shit. Y'all better not come to my funeral with that fake shit. Y'all better.
Fast forward to today, Diddy is locked in court facing heavy federal charges, but things flipped crazy when Cassie took the stand. During redirect, prosecutors hit her with a question that shook the room. What exactly made Diddy snap and get violent with her? Cassie didn't hesitate. She looked straight at the jury and dropped a bomb. It was Drake, she said. Anytime Drake's name even came up, Diddy would lose control. Cassie said he'd start pacing, yelling, throwing things like a switch flipped. Prosecutors leaned in. The whole courtroom froze. She claimed Diddy had this obsession, like he couldn't stand Drake's rise. It wasn't just jealousy over music. This was deeper. Cassie told the court that Diddy believed Drake disrespected him by working with his enemies and using the beat he wanted. She said he felt betrayed. He said Drake owed him everything. And remember that 0 to 100 track? Cassie said Diddy would replay it over and over in the house, cursing under his breath, throwing back drinks. She called it trigger music. That's how twisted it got him. But it didn't stop there. Cassie also revealed that Diddy would make disturbing threats. She told prosecutors, he said, if he ever saw Drake again, it would be on sight. No talking. Cassie's answer had jaws dropping. She said the whole thing started because she was heading to OVO Fest. Yeah, Drake's festival. She told the court Sean came to my home and tried to attack me, and get this. She still went to Toronto anyway. After all that chaos, she boarded that plane and showed up at OVO Fest. The whole courtroom went silent. Now, if that isn't a motive, what is?
And Drake comes to Compton to shoot the video.
100. He shot it on Brazil and Wimbledon.
What all happened during that video? What was that?
He pulled up. Drake gave us love. Done and cleared it for me. Didn't charge me. Drake didn't charge for the verse. Drake actually brought this film crew to film it for us. That's what he wanted to do. We was on the famous Brazil and Wimbledon shooting it. We had to move blocks. And you know, when we move blocks, we send the little homies to do what they need to do. Drake kind of seen some activity and, you know, shit. He did what a motherfucker supposed to do. He got out of there. So we sent somebody to get him. Bro, it's cool. That ain't for you. That's for us. Now, you know, he seen going on. But, you know, we moving blocks. We're not just going to hit the block without the block being right. So we had to make sure the homies, you know.
Diddy was fuming. He felt like Drake was straight up taking his girl, and it wasn't just paranoia, there was smoke behind it. During the trial, a 2013 rumor popped back up, claiming Drake might have signed Cassie to his OVO label. No one knows if it was ever official, but in Diddy's mind that was warfare, to make it worse. A wild tweet from Lil Duval started trending again. He wrote, "Back then I heard Diddy swung on Drake in Miami for saying hello to Cassie. People joked about it back then, but now it's clicking too hard. And Drake, he'd been leaving breadcrumbs the whole time. On 4 p.m. in Calabasas, he low-key spilled everything Drake was speaking in code. But now it's crystal clear. On 4 p.m. in Calabasas, he dropped bars like, All you self-promoters are janky and they trying to tempt me. The higher I get, the less they accept me. Even the OGs trying to press me off. Then boom, he hit him with, take that, take that. Mocking Diddy's own tagline. That wasn't just shade, that was a direct shot. He even slid in, no love in their heart. So they faked that. Flipping Diddy's legacy album, No Way Out, right in his face. Drake wasn't just rapping, he was confessing. But back then, nobody connected the dots. Now with everything Cassie said in court, the lyrics hit different. He even hinted at domestic abuse with, that man is not a man for you, scared of letting your skeletons loose. Sounds like Cassie might have trusted Drake with the truth, long before the courtroom ever heard it. And now we loop back to Katt Williams. Remember him saying rappers and execs were caught up in those Diddy tapes. Not just mentioned, he said you can hear them screaming, whether it's wild parties, phone calls, or something way darker. Katt's warning don't sound so crazy anymore. It's all starting to line up too perfect. And if Drake's actual voice is on those tapes, screaming like they say, it opens up a whole new can of questions. Was he just a witness? Was he caught in something deeper? Or was he straight up involved?
She said Diddy whooped her ass. He found out she was going to OVO Fest. So this is apparently some insight into the real reason why Diddy don't with Drake.
Don't nobody with Drake. Drake is a slimy nigga. He make great music, but Drake is the type of nigga who he can have any bitch in the club. Any bitch. They can all be 12. But you walk in with one.
Either way, this saga has been bubbling for years beneath the surface, and now it's exploding in real time. Media outlets and courtroom insiders are all buzzing, the tapes are still locked up, but word is they'll be made public once the trial wraps. And if what we're hearing is true, if Drake's name is tied to even a fraction of what's been rumored, we're not just talking music beef anymore. This is something massive, something that could shift the whole industry. People online are losing it. One user posted, if Diddy's bold enough to come after celebs like Drake, imagine what he's done to people with no fame, no protection. Another said Diddy, putting hands on Drake and Cassie, he's an equal opportunity menace. So now it's your turn. What's your reaction? Is Katt Williams really exposing the underbelly of the game, or is this just another Hollywood meltdown going viral? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs to hear this mess, and smash that bell so you don't miss what's coming next, and don't go anywhere. Watch the next video on screen, 'cause trust me, it's even crazier. See you there.